I don't know what to say for you, Big Perk. I really don't. That's pathetic. I gotta state it, big bro. That's pathetic. Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, and Allie Clifton, the Road Tripping podcast, which is basically sponsored by LeBron James, decided they wanted to come after one person, Kendrick Perkins, who's been on that show. Yes, Allie Clifton, the one that they all taken to the back room, taken to the shed, having a Mandingo party with. But here's the situation. LeBron has a relationship with these people. I told people the other day, like, LeBron was on that podcast show. I was like, I don't know if you know that was podcast. That was really just a Zoom call. I guess they put it on their show, but okay. But he only did that because of the pandemic. The country was going through a pandemic at the time. That's the only reason LeBron James got that conversation, or they got that time with LeBron. He was just sitting there getting drunk in the house. So Richard Jefferson comes up here and tells this notion. First, the fact that Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye try to qualify as black is really, that's debatable. The only black people they hang around with is the people that's in basketball. Now, here's where it gets interesting, people. Channing Frye decides that, you know what? I think this is a whole different thing that I need to be a part of, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. Channing Frye sat back and let Richard Jefferson try to chastise Kendrick Perkins because LeBron can't be seen doing it. So he's going to be the mouthpiece for LeBron. Try to talk about all what LeBron did. They used that audio from this show and put it on The Last Dance for the promo commercial. Like, what does that mean? He's always helped out the media and black media. When? He didn't sit down with Matt Barnes. You see, Richard Jefferson keep trying to move the needle to help LeBron. And ESPN is letting this go. And that's the only surprise that I like, is that ESPN was like, screw them. Like, we just letting all of it go. So I'm like, cool, if they letting it go, then I guess this is what it is. So they let it all go. Normally they would have shut this down. Like, hey, all right, we got to shut this down. ESPN is like, our ratings are through the roof. Keep it up, F LeBron. So they making all this money off F LeBron. Oh, they ranking in all the dough. But here's the scenario where everything goes left. I mean, everything's been going left. And these guys really hadn't understood the whole process of what's going on. They still are sitting there stuck on stupid. They haven't figured this out. And it's puzzling to me to see these people not get it. Yes, they didn't get it. Richard Jefferson is still running around out here talking as if. I'm like, what is wrong with Richard Jefferson? Doesn't he understand what's going on? It's like, Richard Jefferson, you can't be this slow. There's no way you could be this stupid. Don't you know? LeBron James can, just because he came on y'all's show, that's one person. He has promised to go on Draymond Green's show, and you just opened up the business that Draymond Green's podcast was first under LeBron's umbrella before he signed with the Volume. He was first with Uninterrupted or whatever, with LeBron thing. So LeBron never appeared on the show, didn't help him out, so he went with Colin Cowherd. And you still didn't come over there. After promising he was going to be on his show. Oh, man, Draymond know I'm going to come to his show. You know that's my boy. You know I'm going to be on his show. When? That was years ago, bro. You still ain't been there. And you ain't been busy. No, he don't. He don't have any loyalty to anybody but himself. He don't care about his wife, his kids, nobody but him. That's what I believe 100%. He's a narcissist. And that is exactly how he thinks and operates. I would be a fool to think LeBron James is, man, LeBron, man, he's all about winning, man, and he's about the culture. He ain't about no culture. He ain't about winning. He's about, how do I look? I gotta look clean in this whole thing. So they went ahead and decided to make some moves. I couldn't get mad at them for that. They made moves. Making these moves was essential. So when you make these kind of moves, it's always going to be somebody that's unhappy with how the moves are displayed, right? Well, it was very interesting because they had every opportunity in the world to make a change. And they chose not to. Every single time. Richard Jefferson was doing everything that they told them and requested for them to do. Go out there and try to chastise Kendrick Perkins and say all these irrelevant things. Not to mention that Kendrick could have came right back and said, well, LeBron promised all those people. What about Shannon Sharp? Why didn't he come on Club Shay Shay? That's your boy. Right? He didn't come on Club Shay Shay. He didn't do nothing with Shannon Sharp. But as soon as Pat McAfee had an opportunity, you showed up at Pat McAfee to attack another black man on a white man show. How many more white people show are you going to do? And for the record, Richard Jefferson, LeBron only came on y'all show because y'all white. Y'all white. That's why he came over there. He came on y'all show because y'all the whitest black people he ever met in his life. I mean, damn, his name is Channing. I don't know any black Channings. What'd he do? Roll crew? He'd roll crew at Harvard. Yes, he'd rode crew. Him and Lance. They were team captains. Lance, Chance, and Channing. Those are the crew. You at Oxford with your Oxford tie. All right, tell Richard Jefferson this, man. No, LeBron was not there for y'all, okay? He didn't pull up on that show for y'all. LeBron James pulled up on that show for Allie Clifton, the white girl. That's why. His side piece, allegedly. That's why he there. He didn't give a damn about y'all. He talked to y'all any other time he want. He did that for Allie. Not you two bozos. He did it for the white girl. Now, that show is really her show. In case you ain't know Richard Jefferson, you think that's your show. No, you just talk the most. It's Allie Clifton's show. The white girl. Y'all got another white girl that y'all working for. See, Kendrick Perkins, you just got no spine, no backbone, Kendrick. You just don't know what the hell to do. Yeah, you carry the hell on. Whoever you around, that's who you get wind up with. You gonna get up there mad on TV with Stephen A. Now you over here sitting there pedaling backwards now. Cause you done got cussed out once the show was over. Then everybody start calling and cussing you out. Now I'm confused by all this. I'm exhausted, man. I mean, both sides are wrong. It was like, both sides are wrong. I know Stephen A. want to slap you. Both sides are wrong. Really, Perk? Is that what we on? What did we talk about in the break room? You went against LeBron for a whole 2 hours before we went live. I had to tell you, save it for the show. You talking about how his breath stink. You talked about it all. Everybody know LeBron breath stink. Come on. That ain't no secret. Everybody know LeBron breath stink. It ain't from a lack of trying. Look, Brian had. Brian had like mints in his mouth and everything. And he was talking. Dude, he got like 88 teeth on the bottom and about 20 at the top. You need a seating chart for them damn teeth. Them goddamn dinosaur teeth he got. He remind you of Trap Jaw on goddamn He-Man. That boy grill is a mess. That's why his teeth be like this. His chin be sticking all the way out because of that damn jaw with all them 88,000 teeth. And they're just a bunch of baby teeth all stacked on top of each other. He can't, it's so tight, he can't even reach in there with some floss to get all that stuff up out of his teeth. And he got food stuck in there since, 1989 and 90. That's all he got in there. I'm like, that boy needed braces. Bad. He need a whole boy there. It'll take a whole team of dentists. It'll take them a week to fix that mouth. He can't get no veneers. Yeah, Bron, that's personal. Your breath stank is personal. You should see about that. See, it ain't your fault you ain't got perfect teeth like me. See, I don't need braces. They was like, his teeth is perfect. Award-winning smiles. All that money and you ain't get those teeth fixed. Man, I don't want to get my teeth fixed because it might mess up my game. And then hot breathing everybody. And they got a smile in his face and pretend they like it. He be laughing all in their face like, telling you, dog. Laughing in people's face. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Ain't no way in the world. You got a hot breath dude in your face laughing. No, I'm serious. Serious. I'm gonna be like, go sit your hot breath self down, boy. Kendrick Perkins. I mean, this thing is going on too long, man. It is. And Richard Jefferson, when you said that line, as a father, you know, then it's personal. It's not about basketball. Once you said that line, I'll be like, dog, Richard Jefferson, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Sit your dickhead self down somewhere. His head, that's what he looked like, a big old dickhead. That's exactly what he looked like, a straight dickhead. Every time he on TV, all I think about, yep, look at him, dickhead. Sit down. You talking about ESPN making it worse. No, you making it worse. You gonna sit there and regurgitate something LeBron just said. LeBron had a feeling about that. That's why he was talking to you. Once he said that line, as a father, that's where it became personal. Because he said as a father, because you're basically saying man to man. Yes, man to man, let's talk about your son out here playing basketball. That's still about the game. You dumbass. No matter how much you try to complicate it to try to make LeBron James look good, he's still talking about basketball. Why are you letting your son come out here and do this to himself? That's why I said LeBron must got their nuts in a vice. Because as soon as they do anything, what happens next? Right? Every time they do this, it's like, why? You just ruining your credibility. Bronny have a game where he scored 17 points with no one even cared because they was up by a dub. They didn't even care. They letting Bronny get his little points on. And what do? They couldn't help but glaze it. And Stephen A., I may have been wrong about Bronny James. I'm going to say that right now. After one goddamn game, he scored 17 points in a 20-point blowout loss. I may be wrong. Okay. You see Rich Paul, Mav Carter, LeBron James? Look, I said it. I might have been wrong. Because if he keeps playing like this, now we doing if he keeps playing like this. After one game, Jesus Christ. I'm like, Stephen A., that's ridiculous. Then the Pat McAfee thing happened. Now he back on fire. Now it's like, oh no, see, now you want to get back mad. But you was over there taking a knee and doing all this other pandering to Bronny James. It's like, dog, if it's up, it's up. It's on. I don't care what they doing on that side. They can talk good about him all they want. But let's get realistic, dog. If it ain't It's got to be more than one game. And what happened? The next game, he was 0 for 3, didn't hit not one basket, had 2 points. He was back to being Bronny. So you can't just sit there pick and choose. You got to be consistent. The sun shines on the dog's ass anything. Every now and then, anybody can win the lottery. Everybody knows not to get crazy over a game in the NBA. How many times we didn't seen a G League player come up and score like 20, 30 points in an NBA game? And then what happened after that? They got their ass busted. All I'm saying is, don't give me the bull jive. You know what time it is. Like, everybody's sick of this. That's what I'm saying. This new media now is not them. They want to be the new media. They're not. People are tired of being lied to. They're tired of it. And they're showing you more and more that they waking up. They seeing the BS y'all pulling, and they was like, man, yeah, I'm starting to see it now. First, I just thought you was just hating and tripping, but now I'm seeing the BS. Like, how they get Luka Doncic, man? I'm still ain't over there. I'm like, because you know. If I saw it 3 years ago, and it happened now, why you think that is? It's not an accident, bro. The league was in trouble. Every time they going into a new venture, they gotta have an agenda. The Chicago Bulls was the agenda when they got the deal with NBC. When they went to ABC, the Lakers were the agenda with Kobe and Shaq. So as you can see, this has been going on for a while now. I did all that to go the wrong goddamn way. Oh well. F it. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry people don't understand what's going on. Because see, the real story is that people don't care. They really just don't care. I'm serious. They don't care. They don't care one way or another about. They just glad they got Luka Doncic. That's all they care about. So he can carry the load. But they're starting to see now, and all the other teams, the flower and the bloom is off the rose. The bloom is off the rose. All this attention is all, that's done now. Now it's about basketball. So all that hype and all this stuff with Luka Magic stuff, yep. Now it's all about this. So when the playoffs come, they're going to restart it all over again. But right now, you're just going through the season and going through the motions. But watch when them playoffs hit. And this is all going into this new collective bargaining agreement that they did with NBC, who finna take over the marketing. I'm the only person that showed you the woman that's in charge of it. And they've already started. Jason Tatum, Giannis. You know, these are the people NBC cares about. So Boston is going to be in the mix. And they want the wavy, curly hair, light-skinned guy, Jason Tatum. They don't want Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, you got to do all the dirty work. You got to dive on the flow. You got to play defense. You got to run back. You got to do all of that. While Jason Tatum can do the bare minimum and get all the majority of the money in the commercials and everything. This is what's happening now. This is where we are. And it's pretty much nothing more to it. You know, we know exactly what we're dealing with right now. The people know. You can't fool them no more. How many times did you see somebody come along, sell y'all a dream, right? About, oh, this is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. They tell you all these wonderful things. Right, my guy? And then you see in the end, they turn out to be nothing but the frauds that they are. I'm telling you, man, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And none of these people, none of them are on the up and up. I can't wait to see all this stuff blow up in their face. Because people are tired. They tired of being lied to. LeBron don't deal with no black media. We just showed you. He's never been on All the Smoke. Matt Barnes, promised Matt. Oh yeah, Matt, I'm gonna come see you. Promised Matt he was gonna come sit down with him. Never did it. Never sat down with Draymond. Never sat down with Shannon Sharp. Never sat down with the Pivot Podcast. Never sat down with Brandon Marshall. Why not? You made the promises. You made the promises, not me. Now, if he just said, man, I don't got to do that, that's cool. But you promised all them people that you would do it. You promised all those people. You must then see what happened today. I'm not the one that's holding on to it. You act like I'm holding on to the narrative. The narrative getting spoken about every day. Richard Jefferson just did this narrative with him. They did it on Gil's podcast. All these people are crying. You ain't even go on Gil podcast. You know, they so stupid. They like lap dogs. You can let them out. You can let them in the backyard, let them out the house, and lock them out for 30 days. Open the door in 31 days. They gonna come in the door. Ooh, man, thanks. You ain't still mad at me, are you? I'm telling you, LeBron treating them all like dogs. Well, I don't consider, right? This is me talking. I don't consider Gil's Arena a real podcast show. Like that's like for goofies. It's like podcast for dummies. If you a dummy, you go to Gil's Arena. I expect dummies to be over there. Not anybody intelligent. Very uninformative show. You're right. Only time it's informative is when you hear Kenyon Martin open his mouth. Other than that, flush the show down the drain. No, McCants can't do a show by himself. He's got to have a dance partner. No, Gil's job is to ask a question and just give a reply, and he'll be dead serious, but it'll be the stupidest thing you ever heard, and people be thinking like, oh my God, this guy's a genius. He's funny. He is hilarious. No, he's not. He's really serious. It just comes off as funny because you can't see anybody seriously saying that and actually mean it. And when everybody laughed, then he tried to act like it's a joke. Ha ha ha! Yeah, that was my joke. I was joking. But if he ever tries to tell a joke and try to be funny, he comes off as corny. You know, we didn't see that. You know, once a lame, always a lame. So it never changes. How has Steph Curry ruined the game? That doesn't make any sense. There's 700 different people out there trying to make the same damn content every day. Nothing changes. And it's only 24 hours in a day. So everybody don't have time to sit there and watch a podcast. Like, I'm not going to sit there and waste 3 hours on a Gilbert Arenas podcast. Do you need 3 hours, dog? For real? Ain't no way in hell. I would rather sit on our podcast and talk for 3 hours than listen to Gil Arenas. That's just terrible. I've consulted his show so many times. I told him, Lexi Brown, unless I don't know what kind of deal he got with Lexi Brown. Cute girl, D Brown's daughter. But she wasn't even a great WNBA player. She wasn't a great, and he was bragging like she's making more money now than she did when she played. Well, she wasn't that great when she played. She was subpar. But compared to those other girls, she was just average. She couldn't even make it on the Chicago Sky. Like, she got on the team by default and got a championship because of Candace Parker. That was it. Other than that, her podcasting is terrible. Oh my God. Miko Grimes, man, Miko run laps around her. Laps. It's not even close. So when I always say to people, it's about the narrative of who and what you like, what you know, all of these narratives, right? I always try to put those things into perspective. But once you start seeing people go off the rails and doing things, you got to call it out. And most of these bums weren't calling nothing out. They was just going with the flow. And I'm like, that's lame. Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy that's just going with the flow and ain't going to call out the BS. You got to say, hey, man, nah, that's some bull. Call it out. Because this is the time to do it. That's what these podcast shows is about. Calling it out. Cat Williams came out there and took Club Shay Shay to another level. Why? Because he called it out. And once he called it out, that was it. All he needed to do was to call it out. Club 520 is good. It used to be. I haven't heard it in a while, but Club 520 was good. Then it started to taper off a little bit. You know, they had some hot episodes when it first started, then it got like kind of dull. But I like when Carmelo, I like Melo and them show. What's that? 4th and 1 or something like that. I like Carmelo Anthony's show. You gotta find ways to reinvent yourself, right? You do, because if you don't, you're gonna fail. Things are constantly changing. It's not staying in motion. There's a lot of people doing the same rendition over and over again, and it's not getting better for them. So it's like, okay, you see that's not happening for you. Are you gonna be the person that's stuck in the mud? Are you gonna be the one that make the car go? I don't want to be stuck in the mud. I want that car to move. But Kendrick Perkins, he's stuck serving 2 masters. And see, you can't serve 2 masters because you're going to get crushed. Because now Stephen A. looking at what you did today, Kendrick Perkins. Man, you know, I think both sides is really wrong when you think about it. Man, I'm just exhausted from all this. Yeah, you exhausted. Because now you getting pulled in each direction. You the lapdog. You went on national TV and called out Bron. Challenged him. Now everybody else slapping you upside your head. Like, man, you know what he about to do to you, boy. When your ESPN contract is up, what you think's gonna happen? Bron finna have you replaced. Then where you gonna go? The Celtics don't want you. OKC Thunder don't want you. You thought you made it now, so you can, man, I got this on my merit. No, you didn't. Jalen Rose got fired so they can keep you. Because you working for the Lolo. They got you working for the Lolo, Kendrick. They had to pay Jalen. So right now he's getting paid millions to sit down on the bench. So while he getting paid millions to sit on the bench and sit on the sidelines like Max Kellerman getting paid, they had real contracts. Now watch. Malika Andrews and them, they gonna boot you right off NBA Today. And you ain't gonna be on that show with Malika Andrews no more. And you gonna wonder why your appearances is getting smaller and smaller. Man, why they ain't called me on the show no more? Man, I thought y'all loved me. Well, Big Perk, it's just that, you know, you cause so much drama over there, so you're probably better off at First Take with Stephen A. Stephen A gonna be, I don't want his ass. Oh, he's hot and cold. Oh, he's hot when he with you, then he get cold when you're not around. NBA Today should never be watched by human beings. That's how bad it is. It's a show about stats. And they don't tell you nothing about the game. They just talk stats. Oh my God, did you see Steph Curry? Another milestone. He hit 35,000 threes. He's got 35,000 points on threes. No other player in NBA history has done that. This is a remarkable accomplishment. It's like, how's it accomplishment? Any three he hits, no one in the history of the game has done it because he already has the record. How do you keep praising somebody for a record they already have? That's the dumbest thing in the world. LeBron got 50,000 points. Nobody got 50,000 points. You're right. When he broke Kareem's record and passed Kareem in points, right then and there, no one had ever done that. So any point that he scored is nobody's ever done it because he's in the lead. He scored the most points because he keeps actively playing. Doesn't mean he's better than anybody else. Just means he scored a lot of points because he keeps playing a lot of games. Did Kobe go for the scoring record? No. He went to win championships. He never told you never heard Kobe saying, man, I want the scoring record. You never heard Michael Jordan say, man, I want the most points in NBA history. Mike could have got it. It was very easy for him to get. He didn't want it. He wanted to win championships. That's Michael Jordan's goal. The championship is the brass accomplishment. I need to win that. And he didn't win it being a damn passenger on the team. He's first option. People gotta make their mind up what they really want out of it. Nah, the game been rigged for winners, not losers. Hmm? Oh yeah, I'm good. How you doing? I gotta check it real quick before you go. Okay. Good. If you have any problems, man, let me know, all right? Oh, okay. I shouldn't have any. All right. All right, no problem. Yeah, I'm in the trap, baby. So Zeno finna get turned up.